I'm going to do a sort of a tag. I just listen to, what is his name now? Templary or something. It's really relaxing to me, that guy. And he haven't done much videos lately, and so I just thought I would do a... Well, I can't ramble now because it should be less than 10 minutes, he said. I will put links to the ones who started this tag and to that other guy as well. Yeah. So, it's about like confession, sort of. But I'm pretty transparent, actually. The thing is, I'm not always transparent with myself, though. I can be unaware of things I feel or so on, and then you can't show the world that, right? So, but when it comes to that, so therefore I don't think I have a lot to add. I always do videos like that, ramble like this, so for a long time though. But there are certain things I may keep to myself more, because I think they won't like land in a proper way. And today it's Valentine's Day. It sucks, don't it? No, it was actually an awesome day, but then I was going to meet someone to do a tarot layout, or spread for someone. And I was there in advance to calm down and cleanse the cards, and so on a cafe and there are people obviously on such a day in cafes, and there was this guy I was in love with for so long time, and his woman. But then again, I could just study him for a bit and see his good-looking ass walking away from there. Oh my, yeah. And then I was also, I don't think he saw me, but it felt really odd to sit there and like as if I was stood up, you know. Oh my God. Yeah. But she came afterwards, but they had gone already, but I don't think he saw me. I'm not sure. He usually, I think he see a lot though, but I'm not sure if he did or not. Anyways, that was an odd experience today, and it had been stressful kind of, but kind of nice stressful though. But anyways, going to the whole I think that those who are for example schizophrenics, or those who have certain diagnoses, I think they usually are very open in the psychic sense, and that they have a certain gift if they just can find a way to focus in right on that. And I know there is a medium, Anne-Christine, what is her last name now? She had this Night on the Castle or something, a TV show. Anyway, gosh, well, I put a link to some of her videos also, because I don't remember her exact name now. She also believes such, and she used to meet young people who don't feel too good to help them see what they actually do have. I think that's a beautiful way to not only look at it, but it's true, I think. Okay. Other things I don't share. Usually I want to be way deeper with people, but it's difficult because then I talk, then we miss out on, we don't touch each other, so to speak. So for one, I believe in time travel. I don't believe in time travel because I don't believe in time. So it's the consciousness shift. You journey in different dimensions of consciousness, or levels of consciousness rather. But I certainly believe in that and work with that also in Munaki, where you can go back to your former deaths if you wish to, and be there present as an angel during the process of transition. Also this life, when I'm going to pass, I've journeyed to that moment, so that many think that they don't want to be alone at that time. And you can be your own sort of angel there. Not that you don't have others as well, but it's a beautiful process to do that. Those kinds of deep things I usually don't share because it seems too weird, I guess, I think. There is so much more. Now I've also gotten interested in certain political things, and some of those views I've always been interested in hearing how other people think. But now there are certain things that are very much considered by the mainstream, I guess, as what is it called now even? Oh, I get stressed to talk for a short while. You know, I don't remember the word, but conspiracies, that's the word, yeah. So, but I do think every one person do have a mission in life and a purpose, a certain purpose that is unique to each and every one. And I think we come here with all these gifts, and sometimes they are seen more like problems, but in the end game, so to speak, but in a greater sense, it's meant to be exactly as it is. Not that it have to stay that way. I mean, it's things we suffer from or so, and we can find ways to change, probably, hopefully. But yeah, I think it's really a purpose to all that is. That's not so very confessional, but it's not. I mean, it's not easy to talk about, anyways, because it seems like what if people suffer like crazy? How can you say that? You know. So I have a hard time talking about that. Still, it feels like I'm mocking those who have huge problems that I don't even can. I mean, understand in any kind of way. So it feels very weird to talk about that. And also confessions. Well, you know, about manipulation, I've always been very transparent and straightforward, as far as I understand, anyways. Stupid, you could also call it in a way. And so now I've studied, I guess, certain things, how people do to prevent others from playing me, you know. And that sounds, I mean, that feels strange to me, to learn those behaviors to be able to prevent them. But it's actually necessary, I think. Otherwise you are like just open prey. And I have been but I have on the other hand not been because I've never even seen it. so therefore yeah, anyways, it's difficult to, I don't know. But when it comes to also to now I work in this setting, let's say, or frame of women are key mostly, and I mean also in the spiritual realm, like us with people, we all have maybe the same aims at the end of the day, but still different aims. We draw in different directions, and that's the same with the spiritual realm. I mean, with the ones who have passed over, anyways. Maybe not as much with the guides of other sorts, but and also to deal with that. You know, you can't take for granted whatever people say, but on the other hand, you can't even pick up or take for granted everything that you get from the spirit or the dead, so to speak, that realm. But so far, they are way more trustworthy. they give you what you need to hear, and yeah, and everything is guiding us. I actually believe so much in this whole law of attraction thing that I always resist. I mean, I think that everything is there as a communication and as a guiding us forward. And I don't like even to think that way, but I do. I've seen it. So it's not always that I see it. Yeah, and that was another fun thing today. I met some people that I've known since I grew up in the little village. And someone, after I met that woman I did this reading for, and they started to talk about several of them had been to seances, huge ones, and with many people then, and talking about a lot of how they felt connected and always felt contact with their mother and so on and so forth. And it's fun. Those people have never mentioned any of that. And I'm kind of public nowadays anyways with these gifts, and interesting. So they asked what I charge for it and so on, and so I told them a little bit about what I do and how I do it. So I sat with them for a while, or with one of them mainly. Fun. And those who understand that it's natural. But anyways, I think that there is a plan. I think there is a... Yeah, I do think. Maybe not a plan, but I think, the love itself is the thing, and the creativity itself. And when that is pure, when that is not like... but everything will eventually lead there anyhow, so it doesn't really matter. But there is a greater... something greater going on than we usually see. And how to talk about that, I don't understand how to do that. So I always just let that be, or briefly I go through it, like also now very briefly. But yeah, but when I mean, you can rest in that so much more when you know that there is a fate or destiny, whatever. You can create your destiny or be a dreamed person. You can dream or be dreamed, you know. So you can influence things, obviously, both back in time and forward and so on, if you talk about time, but also, yeah. And even the understanding of things is sort of it's sort of a burden, a good one though, but still. And now I've started to see through certain things in society and that those things I talk about even less. And this didn't sound like confessions, but it is, because these things I feel like I don't know how to talk about, or I can't talk about them, not yet, because I haven't found words that really... I'm kind of in conflict with it all the time. So not in conflict with it, but in conflict with how to express it in a good way. If so, I need to stop now then. But also understanding how really, really crazy this world is. When I started to understand small things about the economy, for example, how mad this world, and the things that go on behind the, not the wheels, but behind the scenes. And it's so much, even the brief things that I see, that's just too much. And all that this, and how we all buy into the things we are served so very much in this society. Almost everyone live this whole, you've seen this Truman Show probably. It feels like that sometimes. It is like that actually sometimes, I think. More or less. Horrible. We are so stupid. And I've been extremely stupid. And that, and also the thing that I'm kind of innocent, I could say, because in a way, but there is always this distrust on the other hand as well, where I kind of have a thought that, I mean like this, I see it from many angles at the same time, sort of, you could say, and wonder, okay, how can this be used now, and what, all kinds of things. Very disturbing to be like that. And also sometimes I think that, how paranoid is that? I think that with everyone, I think, okay, you are either a criminal or a police, which sometimes, pretty often, probably is more or less the same. But it's like, okay, which one are you? It's like strange in my mind, I feel, because not everyone obviously is, but many, how can I say, have a tendency to lean maybe towards whatever that is, actually. in one or the other direction, and I tend to lean myself more and more towards the anarchistic one. The more I see, the more I understand. So, or lean, I feel I embrace that kind of as full as possible. Yeah. So, and also this little image I have here. Okay, this was longer than 10 minutes, so I won't tag it. He don't have. I didn't do it for him to listen in. I just did. There is one thing that is like an aim, which is silly, superficial, very strange to be me to have such an aim. But I mean, I've always been a little bit chubby, or no, not actually true. I haven't always been, but I've had this sugar addiction always. So, and I want to have this thin, not thin waist, I don't know about, but flat tummy. And it seems like as difficult, I mean, to me it seems as impossible as to travel to Mars or anything, you know. And that's also some weirdness. And how can that be also so important? We just have these bodies for a short while, and then we leave them off. So, I mean, really. And also after gaining a lot of weight and losing weight, and so I'm not sure at this age my body will. Usually I actually have this very good what is it called now, the whole it's called like something that makes your skin pull together. Do you know what it's called? It's bindväv in Swedish. It's like I don't know, but that's really strong in my body. So usually, even if I gain a lot of weight and lose it, I used to be like fur. What do you say? Not firm, but you know, the skin used to be yeah, fit is kind of a good word, maybe, probably. Yeah. So, but I think over the years, I think that is less likely. So I'm really little bit not scared to lose weight, but I don't know. Yeah, well, okay, I keep talking, so I will just stop. Okay, this was a sort of a confession video about what, I don't know, but I don't feel like I have anything to confess. You also need to maybe have a sense of guilt, or a sense of wanting forgiveness or something to have. I mean, when it comes to the church, or at least like wish to, for that to confess. I like to be open and so on, but I don't feel I have forgiven myself extremely much, totally, for whatever. Also, it comes with understanding. The more you understand, the more you can forgive also others, obviously. It may take time sometimes, but I think I'm getting there with everything. And that is maybe also one of my maybe darkest secrets, is that I cannot not love those idiots, if you call them, those people that have hurt me the most, that I have loved, or so. I cannot turn that off fully. Sometimes I wish I could, but I don't. I still feel love for them in my heart, and I wish them well and everything, which is just very disturbing. I wish I was some other person sometimes that didn't do that. But yeah, I think still I should be happy I am like that. But I don't like it at the same time, so yeah. I guess that's the one thing that disturbs me the most. Yeah, that disturbs me the most, actually. Yeah. But aside from that, it came to a point where I realized that the forgiveness come from, and it needs to be like unconditionally loving, and that's the only way to find that towards others as well. And you need to be that with yourself. It's not easy, but that's, if you don't do it, you can never get it from somewhere else. That's the only way. So, and then there is no need for any confession in any kind of way either. To whom, you know? well, ending this now. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.